Just what's your name and introduce yourself. Like we haven't met. So my name is Diego Reggie, by the way, and I'm Italian, and I live right now in California. I'm 22. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, I'm Kara. I'm also Italian, but I'm also a little bit Irish, so that's
Nice.
why I'm, kind of white. So,
Yeah.
um, but I live in the South Side suburbs of Chicago, and I just turned 20 in July. So, and then that's pretty much it. I make art.
Dope. And do you go to school, Kara, or do you work? What's your daily routine?
Yeah, right now I'm working at an amphitheater.
Nice.
Um, yeah, and then I'm gonna go back to school
So
this fall.
what do you study?
Fine art, of course.
Nice. Nice. And how is art school?
I mean, I go to community college,
Okay.
so and I've been taking classes online because of the whole pandemic thing. So it's not really art school. It's kind of just like whatever.
How can you even take art classes like online? Like, are they just literally Zoom classes that you guys just like talk to? There's a teacher and
Right now, I haven't taken like a studio uh class yet, but like if you take studio, I think you can like go in the building and actually like be there.
okay,
But all the like other art classes that I take or have taken, but were like history and like just like learning about it. So that was like through online.
okay.
It's just
And how long have you been doing art for? Hypothetically.
not a very long time, just like senior year of high school,
Hmm.
kind of. Yeah, I would just like doodle in math class because I can't pay attention in math class or in any class really. Um, so yeah, I would just doodle, and then one of my teachers was like, "Hey, like instead of doodling on your homework, you should probably like go to like art class." I'm like, "That's a good idea." So I did that my senior year, which was, took me a little bit, but
Hmm.
I and it was probably like the best decision that I made so far because, I love art and I didn't think I would be like taking it this seriously. So,
And so you started after senior year, and were you passionate about art before that, or was it kind of just like on a whim? You kind of.
I mean, I've always been like creative,
Mhm.
but I like just started like doodling in like high school, you know. I
And
like never
what?
really did.
Oh, sorry. Keep going. I didn't want to interrupt you.
Oh no, no, go ahead. I'm done.
I was gonna say, what does art mean to you? Like the actual, the word art. Like what is that?
Um, I think art is everything. I mean, I don't want to be like pretentious, but like I really do think that. Um, and I mean, I don't know. Art is just it means whatever you want it to mean to you. I think. Um, to me, I don't know. It has like lots of meanings. It could like tell you something like that you don't know about yourself or something, or it could um, give you just like information. That's what I think art means. It's just information.
Nice. So like the sharing of information, or do you think it's more like I like that point. It's actually I've never heard it. It's interesting because I feel like anyone can kind of dispose information on like a canvas and kind of. But is that how you go about your own art? Is there like a lot of information that you're trying to disclose while you go about it?
Yeah. I mean, I think art should I mean, like whatever you make, it should have a meaning for it. Like it should have a purpose or serve a purpose. And yeah, so yeah, I do like take that in account whenever I do like start something.
Okay, so art should always be associated to meaning, in your opinion.
I mean, that's just my opinion.
No, I
You know,
know. I'm generally asking your opinion. Like
yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
trying to. Oh yeah, really? No, no, no. And I
Uh,
get it. I actually think I'm very similar to that. Like 'cause, I mean, at the end of the day, it's still like your brain processing and displaying whatever your thoughts are on a canvas, on a shirt, or on a sculpture, whatever it is. So at the end of the day, like it must have some sort of meaning, even if it is like kind of subconscious. So you might not even realize it yourself. And the funny thing is that so many people can interpret so many different meanings with the one piece of art. So it's like not even it's like not even objective. It's kind of very subjective. But
yeah.
That's kind of interesting. Do you think there is some types of forms of art that are completely objective, that whoever, whomever will see this one thing and will have the same feeling or idea out of it?
Um, that's a good question. Um, I don't know. Uh, like maybe, probably. Uh, yeah, I mean, I think it just depends on how you think of it. So it's up to you, and that's what I love about it. It's like there is no like right or wrong. It's just it is what it is, I guess.
I like that. That's my motto for life. It is what it is. It really is.
Yeah, me too.
You can use it everywhere. Like it's like boundless. You get a shitty day, you're like, oh, it is what it is. I mean, it's
Exactly.
yeah. So, but you're right. You're right. I think I agree to that point. How is living in the suburbs of Chicago? How is that? Is it cold out there or not yet? Or
Right now it's like blazing hot. It's like 86 right now.
yeah,
So yeah. Um yeah, I don't know if that's because it's like the weather is just weird here all the time or of like those wildfires or
oh,
I don't know.
true.
Yeah.
But is there a pretty big artistic scene out there? Like, do you feel like people are kind of driven into
Uh
one?
Not like where I live. I feel just me and like my two like other people from like high school that I know of. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, of course, probably more than I know, but not really out here in the suburbs, but like I know downtown there is. Um, and I would like love to like move downtown and just like be there and just be a part of it.
Hmm.
So
And
that's kind of
what would it take for you to do that? To move downtown and kind of be part of it?
I probably want to go like to school at the Art Institute, but I'm still deciding. I'm like really indecisive.
Hmm.
So yeah, I'm still thinking about that.
Have you tried to kind of go out there and like meet creatives? Because I feel like social media is just such a like if you're willing, like that's the real tough part is like you kind of have to really dive
Yeah.
in and like throw yourself in like the deep waters. But have you tried that at all? Like trying to connect and create, groups and.
No, not really. Only through like social media,
Hmm.
but that's the only thing
That's good though. That's good though.
for now.
Okay, fire. So you started a few years ago, and you're very. I mean, I saw your shirts; they're really cool. I really like them. So, is that the first time that you kind of start doing clothes, art on clothes, or was that something that you were kind of always doing?
No, it's kind of like I just started that like maybe last year.
Nice.
Um, so yeah, it's kind of like a new thing for me. So and like I always love like challenging myself. So especially with like art. Um, so I just thought it'd be like, why not?
Fuck yeah,
You know.
I like that. What passions do you have other than art?
Um, Passion.
Mhm.
uh, I don't know, just like speaking my mind, I guess. Like whether you want to hear it or not, like I'm gonna speak it.
And what are you passionate about when you speak your mind? What are subjects that excite you?
Like anything. I try and get like inspiration from anything, like whether it's from like my own like personal experiences or just like something I see like on the street,
Hmm.
like just I don't know. I don't know what my passion is. I don't know.
I'm sorry. I know my questions are always kind of. I always try to like, go,
No,
but
it's all I love questions like this.
that's how I enjoy it. Okay, then I'm gonna go to like this question that I've been asking everyone. I don't know if I might change it soon or might just not do
Oh,
it. But why do you think we're here on Earth, like us humans? Like, what is our purpose? And you can take your time to think about it. It's like a pretty big question.
no, I've thought about this. Um, I think I think our purpose is to like to make a purpose for ourselves, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Like whatever you want to do, like just do it, basically. Like I don't think there's a right path in life at all. I think it's just you do whatever you want, kind of, but like I mean not like
Mm-hmm.
whatever you want, but like within what you can do, I guess.
That's-
I don't know
No,
what even
it's
saying.
no. It's a great answer because I really do I really do see the similarities. Like whenever I ask this question, like people, well, especially because I ask it to people that are creative. Like I'd be interested actually to start asking this question to people that are more like formal and like more into more like other like confines of life, like, which is not art. Because I feel like us artists really do have a big belief in ourselves, so we're always like, oh, we just got to do it, and you just got to do it, because that's the truth. Realistically, like 3 years ago, you didn't used to draw, and then you did it, and now you're here drawing. A year ago, you didn't draw on clothes, now you did it, and now you're here. So like everything
Yeah,
kind of just flows with it. So like it's an interesting answer because it kind of tends to be similar for all artistic driven people. Um, yeah, and that's kind of like the whole basics of it. It's like you have to just go out there and do it. But no, it's a good answer. I liked
thank you. Tried my best.
it. So what do you think about Pièce Unique?
Oh, I love the whole idea of it. Like, I think you're doing like an amazing job with it. Like, I love these like interviews,
Hmm.
like that we're having right now. But
I like.
yeah, like,
Yeah, I get so much out of it too. It's crazy because
yeah,
it's kind of like I put myself in a position where I just can have conversations with like the people that I would probably not talk to if it wasn't in this scapes of like not that we wouldn't talk if we ever met, but because we live in different places and different experiences or whatever, like I probably wouldn't have had these conversations. But it's really enlightening for me to be able to do that. But I finally got the app done, so that shit's crazy.
right.
That's gonna be really
Congrats.
cool. Yeah, thank you. It was a nightmare, but we got this far, and yeah, so I'm excited for that. So just kind of going off topic. Anyway, I just chop and cut the whole interview for whatever works.
Oh, that's
Um,
good. That's
Uh,
fine.
so you got the two shirts that you want to auction, right? The two, yeah,
Yeah.
you send me those two white shirts to auction.
What was that?
You sent me the pictures of the two white shirts that you wanted to auction. Um,
Yeah.
but I think timing wise, I think I will, because I already have about three to four artists that I've already interviewed, and I have to let them go through. So that would probably be like a month from now. I was thinking like
Okay.
middle of August, end of August would be when your interview would come out. Um,
All right. I could do that.
yeah, and what type of pricing would you be thinking for those shirts?
Um, I don't really like know much about like how to price my stuff, so
It's
I
tough.
was know.
Tough. But okay, that's actually a good question for the interview. Like, how can an artist go about pricing their own stuff, in your opinion?
I think it just depends on how much work you put into it and how like valuable is your work
Hmm.
in terms of money. So I think it's just like that. I guess I would say I would start at like 20, no, not 20, like $10 or something.
No, I would honestly put it at
I
least.
don't know.
I would put it at least 20 just because, like, that's the thing. That's the real challenging part. It's like,
Yeah.
realistically, it's like you have such a hard time kind of valuing yourself. But I went to like some expos recently of like some pretty like not super known artists that are like talented or whatnot. But like these guys overpriced their shit. It's like they don't underprice it. They don't price it correctly. They overprice the fuck out of it. And some people will buy it. And then at that point, if one person buys it at that price, that's what it's worth. Like that's what everything else is worth. So that was kind of the whole idea with PS Unique as well, is because it is challenging to price your own items. So I always thought that for people like that just start and trying to get a name for themselves, having the customer price their items is kind of like a good way to go about it, because you don't know how much someone's willing to pay for something that they love. It's kind of that value that's added onto it. So anyway, I would definitely start it at least at 20. Um, I think that's a good price, and then increments of 5 or 10, whatever it is, probably five, and then we see where it goes. But at the end of the day, I think it's the promotional aspect that's cool. It's the interview that adds on to it. It's like all these little side piece unique parts that are the real interesting part of what we're doing here. Um,
Yeah,
yeah,
about it.
yeah, that's perfect. So I had another question. Did you have anything that you wanna You want any subjects that you wanted to get into at all?
Mm, hmm. Um, Let me think.
Yeah, take your time, honestly. There's no pressure. I'm gonna get. If you give me 1 second, I'm gonna get some water. Saw you
Okay,
drink, made me thirsty.
go ahead. Take your time. All right, I think I got something.
Perfect. Let's hear it.
I think like going back to like purpose, I guess, of like being an artist. I think I like to think of like being an artist is like being like a messenger to um like information that like people might not think of or whatever, to like this person who's like the bridge, kind of like the messenger to like the public, to like the mass, I guess.
Hmm.
So that's like also kind of how I think of it, or like to what I do at least.
And do you think that's kind of like you feel like it's like because that's a pretty important job if you think about it. Like it's like kind of
Yeah.
a duty at that point. Like, is that kind of how you think artists should feel? Like they should feel the responsibility to kind of deliver sort of messages to the world to some extent. And
I think so, yeah. Um, that might just be like from what I like to do. I mean, like any artist can do whatever they want. Like it's your art. So,
absolutely.
um, but yeah, I think it's just like if you can make art, it's like say something
Hmm.
while you do it, I think.
I liked it a lot actually.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of like the what art has been shaped or where it started. Like if you would think about like I don't know the cavemen when they would do like those drawings on the walls, like type of stuff. Like they were giving informations and to thousands and thousands and millions of years later to people like us that can kind of understand how they lived and what they did. So
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly my
yeah,
point.
and then everything else, like I could say, any type of epoch that had its own art kind of, had information within it. And I think there's like we can go even deeper. Like there's some people that like I don't know all forms of art. Like there's like crazy like mathematical like sacred geometry, like
Yeah.
all this stuff that kind of that are real. But that's why when I was asking you about like objective, like what can be an objective point of view that no one can kind of like differ against. Like these are kind of like the points. Like I think the pyramids of Giza is like an art form, but like it has so much information within them that no one can go there and be like, oh, this is this or this is that. If you can kind of understand
Right.
where they came from or like why they chose whatever it was, the dimensions, the rock, the positioning, like whatever it was, you know.
Yeah. Agree with that fully.
So
Yeah. I think yeah, like what you said exactly.
no, it's
Like
cool.
geometry is like that objective kind of art that like you can't just say it's like a ball when it's a painted.
Exactly. And I mean today I think that's why. But where do you think art stands today? How do you think it has evolved positively, negatively? It hasn't evolved. What's
Hmm. I don't know. Um I think there's just like a lot of scenes, and it kind of just like I feel like everyone's like doing their own thing, kind of like that's kind of the feeling that I get from it. But yeah, like there's some scenes that like people are in, but um yeah, I don't know, I'm not really in the like art community. I just draw shit and just post it you know
but no, no. I mean, I was asking mostly for like because I feel like before people kind of did have that responsibility more in what you were saying, like that duty to relay a message. Where today it's more like personal. Like everyone's trying to relay their own message or like you know have their own vision, kind of go there and do their own thing instead of kind of like thinking outside. And they're kind of more thinking inside than outside, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And I was just wondering, like, if you thought that was like a benefit or like a negative kind of.
Um, I mean, either way, like if it works, it works, you know, like, you know, if it doesn't like say something, I guess, then I mean, like, okay, like still like it's here. Like
It's a good point.
it's still something, you know.
Hmm. That's a good point. Actually, I agree to that. Because no matter what it is, anyway, someone will have an opinion on it anyway. It might be the best opinion. It might change their lives. But it's interesting how that goes. Like some people are unaware how they're like, you never know how you can affect someone, and your message can kind of spread and like have a kind of a butterfly effect. And it's like, I swear, because I've had the same thing with like artists, like musicians. Like I've listened to some songs and like in some periods of time where like it was the right moment at the right time, and like, that shit changed my life. And
Yeah,
I can't go there and tell them thank you, but I should. You know,
yeah. Like it's I love moments like that. It's like I love like trying to make moments like that in my art, I guess, but like sometimes I'm just like way in over my head.
like what? What have you tried? What was an ambitious?
um I did for like one of my like finals for art class. I did I did a piece where it's called conspiracy, um where just like I try to put like what conspiracy, like the meaning of a conspiracy as in like a picture form. So it's just like uh so I did just like little symbols, I guess. Like I did like an angel and a devil like pulling like a cable out of like a TV to symbolize like um just like they're fighting over like, oh, like so like good on TV or bad or TV. Uh and then there's like a guy sitting next to the TV, he's like holding it, and it's like he's like holding the world, and he's like getting like information from it and then putting it in the TV. And there's like a little kid staring at the TV screen. It's I don't know, it's kind of like all
That's,
over the place, but
I would like to.
yeah.
Do you have that piece?
Yeah, I think oh it's right there.
I'm down to see it.
Let me see if I can turn. I can't turn the camera. Oh wait, yes I can. It's right there. You see that?
He's a little alien too, huh? What is he doing?
Just like looking at them.
Alien's like, you're just what the fuck is going on here?
Yeah, I know. It's just like a lot, but
I liked it a lot actually. That's a great piece.
yeah, me too. It's one of my favorites actually. But yeah, I just like go for like those like big ideas,
Hmm.
you know, and just do
That
whatever I think is right.
that's a very deep kind of like message if you were to take it, literally. Shit, it's very true too. I feel the angel and the demon trying to, kind of put propaganda into the TV. You don't know which one's good, which one's bad, and like, it's cool. I think that's the type of art that I'm more passionate about. When
Yeah.
like even though you don't want to be the person that's going to spend hours talking to people about blah 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 like this and that, but you just want to disclose it on like an image that they can kind of do their own research. That's what I always kind of promote. It's like
Yeah.
I feel like today we're kind of too busy and have such a short span of attention that people will look at that and won't even go a step further and like why is that guy pulling the cable, why is the baby watching the
Yeah.
TV, why
Yeah. Those are like the like things that I don't like about social media, I guess. It's
Mhm.
just so like you can just like go away from it in like not even a second.
It's true, but it's so important to us. Like shit,
Yeah.
more
But
of
like
social media goes down. Like I have
yeah.
so many, pictures or whatever the hell that I have, like stuff that I've literally consider my like art and whatever down to like. So how could we even go to a place where like we can make it more real? It's kind of. how would you go? Like galleries or whatnot? Like, what's the,
Um,
you know?
I feel like all the above, like just everything. It's just like if you're really like looking for those like details and like you know what you're looking for and
Hmm.
like you actually want to like have like gain information from it, then like you'll like see it and
That's
like
very,
look for it, you know.
that's very true.
So I think it's whatever. Like if you want it, then no.
It's a very good point. I think we went over the 25-minute mark. And every time we go past the 25-minute mark, I'm like, fuck, I have to edit this thing crazy. So it's kind of, we kind of reaching around the end. But it was a great conversation. If you have anything else that you want to talk about or disclose to the people that might be watching this interview, or if you have any advice to some people that want to make art, maybe haven't found the right paintbrush.
Um, I think if you want to be in the art, just go for it. Like don't second guess yourself like ever. Um, and I mean just do what you want to do, but just like don't be an asshole, I guess.
Great point.
That's my advice to everyone.
That's beautiful. Hi, Kara. It was so nice meeting you, honestly. I'm excited that we got to do this, and I'm actually happy to be doing interviews again. I haven't done it in like a month and a half because of the whole app and whatever. But
Yeah, I'm so glad I could talk to you, man.
that
It's awesome.
was a great pleasure. You're hella talented, and I can't wait to see what the future has to hold. Okay.
Thanks. I
All right.
can't wait.
Have a
All
great
right.
one. We'll keep in touch, by the way, for like whatever, when, where, how.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
All
All right.
right, take
Take care.
care. See you.
Bye.